two more person witness should remember. And also, for example, he has the lot of material and a lot of children. In case so many will when he dead, will first line I gonna make the revoke when I make the first time. Former time, if I make that any will, that one is revoked. All wills. Just two place is remember. First one need witness, two more personal witness. But the witness person doesn't matter how he can make what kind of will, he doesn't matter. Just he make the will when he make that the will is a good mind. Doesn't matter his line or doesn't matter. And then second thing, when you make that will, you should revoke all wills, all other wills. Former times I made them, all wills revoked. This is the last one. This last one. This is the only make that the will. That two kind should remember. And anyone doesn't matter. 67 page we will, last will, and testament of my name, last will and testament of my name. 나는 이것이 last will and testament. I also same person, resident, the address, county, declare that this is my will. I address resident of some city, county, declare that this is my will. First, I revoke all wills and codicil that I have previously made. That's important. First, I revoke all wills and codicil and I will previously made them. Second, I'm not currently married. If you got married, I'm married. My wife is so and so, but I don't have any. I'm not currently married. I have no children now living, nor have any declared any diseased children. Diseased children meaning the dead person who died and left issue. Third, I give all my jewelry, clothing, household furniture, and furnishing, personal automobile, and other tangible articles of a personal nature, or my interest in my such property, not others, otherwise disposed of by this will, or in any other manner, together will have insurance on the property to somebody who present reside at address if he or she survive me by 30 days, and if he or she does not survive me, then I give said the property to any other person, somebody who present reside at his address. Then I give said property to somebody who present reside at address, and if she or he does not survive me by 30 days, then to somebody who present reside at address, otherwise to pay with the residence of my estate. Third one is the any other person who handles this will. First, I give the residue of my estate as follows to somebody who presently reside at address. Should he or she survive me by 30 days, share the like. 2. If somebody who present reside at address does not survive me by 30 days, then to anybody who presents reside at address, should he or she survive me by 30 days, and if he or she should not so survive me, then I give the rest and residue of my estate to those persons who would have taken said property and due under state laws, the state of some state, for example, California. Fifth, I nominate meaning somebody. I nominate anybody person who shall be represented by, nominate any other person who shall be the represented by somebody as executor to survive without bond. The term of my executor as used in this will shall include by personal representative of my estate. I authorize my executor to sell with or without notice. The term my executor as used in this will shall include any personal representative of my estate. I authorize my executor to sell with or without notice at either public or private sale, and to lease any property belong to my estate, subject or to such confirmation of court as may be required by law. I authorize my executor to invest and reinvest service money in the executor's hand in every kind of property, real estate. If you think that I can read or I don't have any good pronunciation, in the case you request for somebody can make it. I authorize my executor to sell with or without notice at either public or private sale. I authorize my executor to invest and reinvest any surplus money in the executor's hands in every kind of property, real, personal, or mixed, and every kind of investment, specifically including but not limited to interest, property. I authorize my executor to invest and reinvest any surplus money in the executor's hands in every kind of property, real, personal, or mixed, and every kind of investment, specifically including but not limited to interest herein accounts, corporate obligations of every kind, preferred or common stocks, share of investment, trust, preferred or common stock, share of investment trust, investment companies, mutual funds, or common trust funds, including funds administered by the executors, and the mortgage participation, that man of prudence, discretion. Okay, 67, and next to page 68. 6. I direct that all inheritance, estate, or other death taxes, excluding any additional tax imposed under Internal Revenue Code Section 2032A, or any generation shipping transfer tax that may be reason of my death, be attributable to my probate estate or any person of it, or to any property or transfer of property outside my probate estate shall be paid by my executor out of the reside of and without adjustment among the residual beneficiary, and shall not be charged against or collected from any beneficiary of my probate estate, or from any transferee or beneficiary of any property outside my probate estate. Seventh, if page 68, seventh, if any beneficiary under this manner, directly or indirectly, contest or attacks this will or any of its provision, any share or interest in my estate given to the contesting beneficiary under this will is revoked and shall be disposed of in the same manner provided herein, as if that contesting beneficiary had proceeded me without that issue. I subscribe my name into this will on, that's the date, final date. For example, October 14, 2025, normally at my address, or just a simple Los Angeles, Orange County, that's all, it's okay. On the date written below, somebody declared to us, the undersigned, that this instrument, consisting of these few pages, including the page signed by us, as in a witness, was his or her will and required us to act as witness to us. This is witness declaration, and then witness sign at the bottom of the page, and then also all page on the top, all page they should sign under the page simply. He or she, they are often signed. This will be out presents all of this. 여보세요? 네. 이미국에다가 물어보세요. 난 잘 모르겠어요. 네네. 예. He or she thereafter signed this will be our presence, all of us being present at the same time. We now, at this or her request, in his or her presence and in the presence of each other, subscribes our name as their witness. Each state that the testator is not a minor and appears to be of sound mind, and that is foregoing instrument or any part of it was procured by duress, menace, fraud, or undue influence. We each of himself or herself declare that each of us is over the age of the majority, meaning over 18 years old, and that each of us is, and the other appear to be of a sound mind. We each for himself or herself declare on the penalty of perjury that the foregoing is true and correct, and that this is our attestation and this declaration be executed on the date, months, and years, with his name and residing. That's all. 1, 2, minimum 2 person, or 3 person doesn't matter, but not 1 person is known, just 2 more. And then his name and address, that's all. They don't need any public, any other action, doesn't matter, just name and address, that's all. And then somebody, I don't know what kind of will he made them, doesn't matter, just he make them before me, that's all. Right side 69, property settlement of agreement. Property settlement of agreement meaning husband and wife, they make property settlement of agreement for divorce or something. We are somebody hereinafter called husband and somebody hereinafter called wife. We were married on married date, 1 month, what year, and date, month, year, and separate on separate date meaning divorce date. First one is what date we married, and then what date we are separate. Because irreconcilable difference, we are different mind, have caused the permanent breakdown of our marriage. Permanent breakdown of our marriage meaning divorce. We have made this agreement together to settle once and for all what we owe to each other and what we expect from each other. Each of us state here that nothing has been held back, that we have honestly and include everything we could think of is listing the money and goods we own. Each of us agree to sign and exchange Y papers that might be needed to complete this agreement. B. Division of community property. Community property, we're gonna divide. How we can divide? We divide our community property as follows. One, husband transfer to wife as household and separate property. Husband transfer to wife, for example, for vehicle, two vehicle, one for husband transfer to wife as household and separate property. Second, wife transfer to husband as his sole and separate property. For example, house or business, wife transfer to husband, or husband transfer to wife. Doesn't matter, they wanna divide. 3. Division of community property. That community property. Husband shall pay the following debt and will not at any time hold wife responsible for them. For example, credit card or the personal debt. Second, wife shall pay the following debt and will not at any time hold the husband responsible for them. Same thing, credit card or personal debt or even the business, doesn't matter. 4, waiver of spousal support. Spousal support is the husband paying to wife or wife paying to husband, but they will waiver spousal support. Each of us waives any claim for spousal support now and for all time, but should remember exactly. If waiver of spousal support, if you sign here, after 5 years, after 10 years, husband is living good, in case you can request for spousal support. But waiver of spousal support, if you sign here, and then you cannot request any spousal support. Just waiver of spousal support. For example, each of us waives any claim for spousal support now and at all time and for all time. This one is taken out. Just each of us waives any claim for spousal support this time, just this time. In case you can request after 5 years, 10 years, you can request for spousal support. But forever, for all times, in case you cannot request for spousal support. Dated husband and wife. Spousal support you can request at any time, even that the separate or divorce. After that, you can request. Next page, 70. Property settlement agreement. We are husband and wife, hereinafter called husband and somebody, hereinafter called wife. We were married on married date and separate on separate date. because irreconcilable difference. In California, no other reason. If we divorce, if we separate, what's the reason? We don't have any reason. Just one reason, irreconcilable difference. Any other country, they have a reason. For example, husband, any other person's wife, doesn't matter that I need the money or something. But California, reason just one, irreconcilable difference. That's all. No other reason they cannot use, not using, have caused the permanent breakdown of our marriage. We have made a disagreement together to settle once and for all what we owe to each other and what we expect from each other. Each of us state here that nothing has been held back, that we have honestly and including everything we could think of enlisting the money and good we own. Each of us agreed to sign and exchange any papers that might be needed in complete disagreement. When the divorce, husband and wife, doesn't matter, husband should pay or wife should pay, doesn't matter, but they can do, if they live 10 years, they should do 5 years period should pay what? Spousal support. In the United States, not one time. Any other country, for example, $1 million one time. In the United States, they don't have any one time. Every month they should pay. But every month meaning half, if they live 10 years, half of them 5 years. If they live 5 years, half of them 2 and 6 months spousal support they should pay. But before that date, they are remarried. They don't need any power to receiving spousal support. Before remarried. That's the reason for a lot of American persons when they make that remarried, they don't have any say. My wife, my husband, no. Just they say, my friend. If that the friend doesn't matter, even remarried, just a friend, not married, just living. That's the reason for if remarried, they cannot receiving any money at all. That's the reason. Number 2, division of community property. Division of community property. We divide our community property as follows. Husband transferred to his as her own separate property. Wife transferred to husband as his sole and separate property. 3. Division of community property. Debt. Husband shall pay the following debt and will not at any time his wife responsible for them. Number 2, wife shall pay the following debt and will not at any time held husband responsible for them. 4, waiver of spousal support. each of us waives any claim, for example, support now and for all time. Date, husband and wife. Okay, 5-minute break. You should go to the restroom. You should go to the outside. Philippine, you didn't go to your country this summer season?
I cannot come back, right?
And you cannot come back. Yeah, everybody same situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halo teh. Oh, nah aku seru. Mungkin pagi studi pas ya. Biar apa aku masih di itu. Next week kasih ya teh. Gitu. Teh.
Page 71, assignment of lease or rent, for good and variable consideration receipt of which is hereby acknowledged. Some as tenant, somebody, as landlord, owner, and assignee, any other persons, hereby agree to following assignment of lease. Tenant hereby assign, transfer, and conveys to assignee all his right and interest under 13 lease dated some date, month, year. I lease, a copy of which is annexed hereto by and between the tenant and the landlord for the premise described as something. This meaning, this empty space, address, building address. This assignment shall remain in full force and effect for all the remainder of the lease term, subject to all conditions from date, something, including payment of rent, all covenant conditions and the terms of within lease. The landlord asset to the assignment of said lease shall not discharge tenant of its obligation under the lease in the event of breach by the assignee. This agreement shall to be benefit of and is binding on the parties thereon, their heirs, successors, and assignee. Date, tenant, assignee, assigned to landlord. Landlord should assign under the paper. This is the lease. Simple lease. Next to page 72. For good and valuable consideration receipt of which is hereby acknowledged as tenant and somebody as landlord and somebody assignee, hereby agree to the following assignment of lease. Tenant hereby assignee, transfer and conveys to assignee all his right and interest under 13 lease dated months, year, a copy of which is annexed hereto by and between the tenant and landlord for the premise is described as, also is address. The assignment shall remain in full force and effect from date for all the remainder of the lease terms, subject to all conditions, including payment of rent, all covenant conditions and terms of the within lease. The landlord asset of the assignment of said lease shall not discharge tenant of his assignment obligated under the lease in the event of breach by the assignee. This agreement shall inure to be benefit of its binding on the parties hereto, their heir, successor, and assignee. date tenant and then same thing. Next page is 73. Final notice before legal action. For example, somebody borrowed money and he didn't pay to me, or I work somebody but he didn't pay to me. In case before the legal action, final notice before legal action. This is good evidence. Final notice before legal action. If you have any, doesn't matter that they are just legal action, they don't have any evidence or none, but final notice before legal action you sent to the other party. This is good evidence. When you file for the lawsuit, this is good evidence to the other party's name and address. Gentlemen, we have repeatedly requested payment of some amount on your overdue account. Overdue account meaning past due account. Other demands for payment have been ignored. Accordingly, we shall turn this account over for collection within the next 10 days unless payment or acceptable proposal for payment is obtained. If the matter is turned over to your attorneys for collection, it may result in additional legal costs, and you may also be liable for attorney fee. This may have declared effect on your credit rating relatively yours. If this simple notice to the other party, this is good evidence when you file for the lawsuit, and then also you send that notice to your attorney fee you should pay. After that, if you're getting for the any lawsuit, the other party should pay attorney fee also. This is even simple paper. That's good evidence. Good evidence, you can get it. That's should remember. Okay. This is raining today.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, very simple. Oh, you can go home. Okay.
Istorya natin siya. Okay na.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay. Bye.
Teacher, I have a question.
Sure.
I just get the California hunting and fishing license.
Hunting?
Yeah.
You need a hunting license.
Yeah, I passed the examination
Okay, good.
and I wanna buy a gun. And the gun shop said you must have the hunting license, your passport, or but I'm not sure if it's necessary to provide them the F1 visa.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Good. Yes. And then at any gun shop or Walmart, they selling to the gun. If you got gun license, that's better. This doesn't matter the F1 visa or green card or citizen, doesn't matter.
Okay. And by the way, if I finish the F1 visa in future, maybe convert to the another one, is that affect my guns? I mean, some days if I leave the USA, how about the guns? I sell to the other people.
Oh, sure. You can do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye bye.
Have a good day, sir.
Okay. Take care.